Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we are going to be saving all the Marines, well, all 2 Marines on the mission Regret, and then bringing them to the very end and the final boss fight. So, at the beginning of this mission, you have 2 Marines that come back you up, and, well, they're not very helpful throughout the mission. In fact, most people just kind of leave them behind, or the Marines don't survive the entire the trip on this mission. But we did manage to bring the Marines with us and protect them throughout pretty much the entire mission. So in the interest of time, I'm gonna super speed this up because it does take a while, and I'm not sure people want to see like a half-hour video of just trying to keep Marines alive and then pushing them with us. And I mean literally push them, because there are several moments where these Marines, like, it's almost like not even Bungie really expected these Marines to actually follow us the entire way. Like, they will follow you, they will get into the elevators and everything, but I don't think Bungie really expected the Marines to get that far. So there's certain points throughout the mission, especially like towards the middle, where you're in this big hologram room in the middle where hunters come out, and there's that giant truth or regret hologram. In this room, Marines tend to get lost, or sometimes they end up just walking into like a door or into a wall, and well, they just keep doing that, and they're kind of like stuck in that position, and you have to like either like nudge them out or even like punch them out. But if you do that, you like risk, you know, getting them killed, so you gotta be really careful. But eventually we did manage to get the Marines out of that room. It took a little bit. That was probably like the hardest part of this, to be honest. But yeah, so once we did that, we managed to get both Marines, and there's this part where, you know, they get lit up by the Phantoms. Again, that's another scary part, but on easy difficulty, the Marines were able to like survive that, and thus they actually do follow us to the gondola, and at this point they're mostly fine. And we actually gave them both beam rifles, because that was actually pretty effective with Marines, rather than giving them like close range weapons. And you certainly should probably not give Marines rocket launchers, because sometimes they will blow themselves or blow you up as well. So beam rifle or sniper rifle is probably a good idea. Now in the final boss fight, we did want to give them short range weapons, but before we do that, I do want to go back to normal speed here and show you that these Marines do indeed show up in this cutscene. You can see them right there behind Master Chief on the gondola still, right where they were before the cutscene started. So the Marines can follow you all the way to this point, and they will actually even be in the cutscene, sort of. And they still won't despawn after this. They will still be here. Oh, and it goes without saying that they only show up in the classic cutscene, not anniversary, because anniversary cutscenes are just pre-rendered video files, essentially. But yeah, so here we gave both Marines close range weapons, like the plasma rifles, because that's I figured that would make for an ideal boss fight between the Marines and the Prophet of Regret. So here we are with Regret. Now, getting the Marines to attack Regret was odd, to say the least. For some reason, the Marines, they rarely push ahead to attack the Prophet of Regret. They would kind of move up a little bit and then keep hiding behind crates. Maybe they'll occasionally fire like a couple shots here and there, but for the most part, they really don't get aggressive against the Prophet of Regret. And that makes this whole part a lot more difficult, because not only are you trying to lure the Prophet of Regret closer to the Marines so that they'll attack him, but you also need to protect the Marines and keep them alive, because during this whole part you get grunts and honor guard elites spawning trying to kill everyone as well. So it is kind of tricky to like manage both, but with co-op your partner can actually help you a lot. So that makes this a lot easier, but on solo you have a lot more to mind. Now here we finally got the Marines down, and you can see the Marines actually will attack the Prophet of Regret. But what's interesting is, I don't think Regret actually attacks the Marines. He kind of just only attacks you, and by you I mean like the host of the game. He seems to ignore all other enemy AIs, including the non-host Master Chief. So in this video, I am the host of the game, and as you can see, the Prophet of Regret seems to only be shooting at me, even though there's like a Marine and my friend Photos Chaos next to me. He seems to only aim at me directly, or at least in my direction. But the Marines, the co-op partners, nothing. At least that's what it seems like. It could just... It's mostly anecdotal observation there, but that just seems like what's happening. Which there's precedent to that too, because Guilty Spark in Halo 3 also does the same thing. He only attacks you, Master Chief, the host. He doesn't attack any other co-op player or any other AIs in a room. Just the host of the game. So perhaps like Regret kind of works the same way. Oh, and also once Regret dies, the Marines will actually shoot at his dead body. So just one little last thing from the Marines, I guess, there. Unfortunately, once you beat Regret, even though your Marines are both alive and well, Chief just kind of like says like, you know, oh well to them and just leaves them behind, doesn't even try to save them, and you know, this cutscene just basically assumes the Marines don't make it, and Chief just goes out on his own. Yeah, so unfortunately, you can save all the Marines, you can bring them to the boss fight, and they will fight Regret with you. They're not really effective, but they will fight him with you. But unfortunately, Bungie did not account for Marines really making it that far, and therefore, they'll never show up in the cutscene. And, you know, lore-wise, it's pretty much assumed that only Master Chief survives that. And yeah, that's how it is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, leave a dozen comments, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys!